Raid Shadow Legends is a sponsor for this video.
It's simpler than anything you can make in this world. Milk, cereal, bowl, or cereal, milk, bowl. But for a young teenage boy living in Long Island, there was a new, more disastrous ingredient added, called death. The story of 18-year-old New Yorker Walter Colophony is one of the most mysterious stories you've probably never heard before. Tonight, we will reveal one of the world's most recent, saddest, and outlandish unsolved mysteries. This is The Mysteries of Mankind presents Serial Killer. Walter Colophony was a 17-year-old high school student from Long Island, New York, born on February 27, 2004. He lived with his mum and dad until he was 4 years of age, as they were killed in a tragic car accident. He moved into his aunt's house until he was 15, where he decided to move in with his friend, Ophelia Aspire.
Walter and his aunt were having some problems. He would be pretty vocal about them to me. He said that they never spent a lot of time together, and when they did, it was rather scary.
In 2021, Walter started to attend Leadway High School alongside Ophelia. Walter has been rumoured to be very active in clubs and other programs, and remain a common presence in the eyes of the student body.
Walter was a great guy. His personality, his charm, his comedy, he basically lit up the room. I can personally say that because I was with him in orchestra class and he was a great presence. He was extraordinary.
Walter also had a steady social media presence, growing an audience that grew to love his newest innovation.
Walter's social media was solely based on food. He would take the ad revenue from it and buy more insane ingredients to spice up his newest idea.
Walter would always bring his newest creation to school, whether it was his newest drink or his next breakthrough, and what cake would taste the best. He would always be inventing something new. He would always experiment. He was awesome, huh?
Although Walter dedicated his life to food, there were people on social media that took offense to Walter's videos. He also faced lots of online hate from social media as well, although from our research we couldn't find a common complaint.
I think Walter was attacked online because, to be honest, he acts a different way each time he's on a video and in person. Like, he puts on a new mask every time he records, and I don't know if he's hurt by it, but if he is...
In December of 2021, Walter uploaded a video where he answered anonymous questions on his YouTube channel where he talked about a lot of the criticism in his videos.
I see this comment all the time, but I love it so much. Your videos aren't entertaining. Now, look, I get it. I'm a very outlandish personality. If you're not entertained by my videos, then just don't watch. My videos are meant to entertain just me and my audience itself. So if you're not entertained, watch another chef. Watch Rosanna Pansino or something. My videos are for me, and I like it that way.
However, at the end of the video, Walter talked about a project that he had been working on for a very long time.
Basically, I've gotten cereal and milk from across the country. I've gotten some other countries, and I'm going to create what I think is the perfect cereal. And get ready. I'm calling it the catalyst of cereal. Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
The video was slated to release on January 15th, 2022. However, what was different was that the usually very heavy promotional Walter went silent after the announcement.
He just went dark. We never see him at school, but Ophelia would say he was fine, but nobody was ever allowed to visit. His phone would always go to voicemail. He never answers texts anymore. He just disappeared.
My dad owns a milk company, and I remember lending one of our products to Walter for that video. His last message was, and I quote, "Thank you." Now, I don't know where he went afterwards, but he was gone in the blink of an eye. He didn't even celebrate Christmas or New Year's. I specifically asked for a $400 viola bow, and I know he can buy for me because he makes bank.
On January 10, 2022, Walter returns to his social media accounts, stating that he took a social media hiatus, but he was still going to release the serial video. However, he still stayed in his home and visitors were still not allowed. On January 15th, a video entitled "The Catalyst of Serial, The New Age" released on Walter's channel as an hour-long special. Shortly after the video's release, however, the industry was shocked after learning Walter Colophony has died 30 minutes after the video's publication. However, the most bizarre part about all of this was that Walter died a month before the video was even published.
I just couldn't believe he was gone. I never even got to say goodbye. I miss him so much.
The whole situation was kind of weird. Like, Ophelia didn't want anyone to visit. She lived with him, so she knew that she died. I mean, like, I know she didn't do... I hope she wasn't involved, but, like...
He returned to social media, then was revealed to be dead after he returned. Either this is like some evil ghost shit, or a fake identity situation.
On the day that the news broke, Walter's school put out an announcement confirming the passing and closed the school for the rest of that week to help the teachers and students cope with the pain. But someone took matters into their own hands, and it led to a truly shocking discovery.
I remember going to Ophelia and Walter's apartment and breaking down the door with my huge biceps that night. He was announced dead. The police came shortly thereafter, but I remember looking around and I couldn't find Walter's body in the apartment anywhere. However, I did come across Ophelia, and this is gonna sound like a joke, but I swear it's the truth. She was in the bathtub, and the tub was, like, filled with milk, and she wasn't moving.
While Ophelia's death was announced as a suicide, Walter's death was never disclosed to the public, only to his Aunt Elena. She declined to appear in this documentary or disclose the info regarding Walter's death. Rumors, however, claim that Walter's death was a tragic suicide as well, after not being able to handle the criticism and hate that he received online.
We literally visited her when she was alive before she died. Like, how do you drown yourself in your own bathtub and then fill it up with milk?
Milk?
Like, were you gonna dunk your head in it like a f***ing Oreo? And then have the whole world side on it that you killed yourself? What the fuck?
I'm telling you, ghost shit.
A week after Walter and Ophelia's deaths, a funeral was held by their friends and school. His aunts did not attend. His friends took the honor of writing the eulogy, stating the following.
Walter Colophony and Ophelia Spire were once-in-a-lifetime individuals. Walter was a great man, and he'll always be remembered in our hearts. His personality, his charm, and his comedy proved he was an extraordinary being. Walter's commitment to strive for creativity daily and his perseverance was contagious and unique. But at the end of the day, he is in a better place rather than this cruel, sick world. Ophelia was a great presence to be around. We all will truly miss them so much. They were once-in-a-lifetime individuals. He was a great man, she was a great woman, and they will always be remembered in our hearts.
Walter's YouTube channel and social media have sadly been abandoned since his death, while Ophelia's apartment has been taken down. And so, a man who had a passion for food and had his dream come true ended up not only eating the price, but left his best friend as the leftover who eventually rotted.
Personally, I've been loopy since their deaths. Some might say fruit loopy. In all seriousness, it's been weird without them in my life. I don't even know what to do with myself. I posted a pic for them on my Instagram, which gained insane traction by the way. But I truly believe that they had no control over what happened, and I'll truly miss them.
Walter was just so nice and fun. His personality, his charm, his comedy, he was just extraordinary. His passion will never be seen again. And Ophelia was one of the nicest souls in the world, and she was just taken just too early. They were both like authors who had someone else write their own autobiography. They weren't like people who would make a documentary about two teenagers' tragic death. I will cherish the memories that I have with them forever, and I truly, honestly will never forget them. Both of them forever, truly, always.
There was definitely still some foul play involved. It was definitely the aunt who killed Walter, because who doesn't want to show their face? Her. And I think that's a little bit weird and a little bit suspicious. Oh, and Ophelia, Hayden? That's the part that stumps me, because that situation was weird, but whatever happens, happens. They will all be missed, and thankfully they're in a better place.
I'll always love him as a friend. He was like a brother to me, and I'll love him for that. I'll miss him so much. He was a great man, and he'll always be remembered in my heart.
And what about Ophelia?
The story of Walter Colophony is one that shall go down in history as a tale full of twists, turns, and potential diabetes. And while the conclusion may be ambiguous and may never be solved in our generation or even for the rest of time, it's one that may raise more questions than answers the further you dig. And it ended up turning an interesting group of friends into disgruntled individuals. However, one thing is for certain: the tragic life of Walter Colophony will always and forever remain a mystery of mankind.